I'm Michael Friedman.
And I'm Jennifer Friedman, and we are first-time home buyers who bought our house in Silver Spring, Maryland.
Artie was recommended to us by a co-worker of mine who had worked with him before buying and selling her houses. And she had really good experiences working with him.
Well, when we started this process officially with Artie, I hadn't really done a lot of homework about what it takes to buy a house and all the things you need to keep in mind, and Michael had. And so we really liked when we first met Artie because he could speak both of our languages and help us not just communicate with him as our realtor, but also communicate with each other in terms of what we were looking for, and were we looking for the same things, and did we have the same expectations going into things, and as the process evolved. Well, when we started this process, we were a little nervous because we don't have any close family or friends in the area that could help us with, particularly, the issues that come with buying an older home. We knew we wanted a house that was built before the 70s, and there are some maintenance things that go along with that, and I didn't have, my big burly New Jersey relatives who know about construction to help us, and Artie's background as an engineer was a huge motivating factor in us choosing him as a realtor, because he came with that background. He knew, what were the things we needed to look out for and what things that maybe looked bad but really were minor issues.
Jennifer grew up in a condo, and I grew up in a single-family home, but it was new, so we never even hit the 20-year mark growing up where you had that maintenance. So going into a 1950s home, there was a lot of curiosity on our part of what do we need to maintain that, what changes and updates might we need to make, and just what general repairs might need to happen from, however many years something hadn't been addressed.
Oh. We actually found it ourselves just going to open houses in the neighborhood, but I was really hesitant about sort of biting the bullet and putting in an offer, mostly because the prior owner had lots of really big, dark, heavy furniture throughout, and I was worried that the house was going to be too dark, that it didn't get a lot of natural light. And the next day, the Monday right after, I work very close by, I called Artie and said, could we come by the house? Can I see it through your eyes? Can I get your impression on things? And he jumped in the car right away. We met probably an hour later, and I just left work and we came to the house and we turned all the lights off and we walked through, and it was actually very bright in the house, even with the dark, oppressive furniture. And so it was so beneficial that Artie was so available to us, and that he could really quell my fears about sort of making that jump as a first-time home buyer and putting in the offer. So I was so pleased with how things worked out, and that's my big moment, my impression walking away from all of this with working with Artie. I actually already have. I have a coworker. She and her partner just got engaged, and they're looking to probably within the year buy a condo downtown in DC, and particularly for friends and family, first-time home buyers, I couldn't recommend Artie enough. It was a real pleasure working with him, and I would absolutely recommend him.
Aside from thanking my coworker over and over again for suggesting Artie, I'd absolutely recommend him, and, hopefully down the road when we're looking to sell this house and buy a new one, we look forward to working with Artie again.